Manchester United may be one of the most iconic football clubs in the world, but in recent years, it hasn't been a nurturing environment for many of its players. Despite its history and status, the club has faced turbulence both on and off the pitch. Let's take a deep dive into 10 footballers who rediscovered their form after leaving Manchester United. 1. Dean Henderson. For years, Dean Henderson was touted as David De Gea's natural successor. Bursting onto the scene with a brilliant loan spell at Sheffield United, he appeared ready to take the number 1 jersey. However, a lack of consistent game time and managerial indecision at United stalled his progress. After leaving the club in the summer of 2024, Henderson joined Crystal Palace, initially as part of a goalkeeper rotation. However, by mid-season, he had firmly established himself as Palace's first-choice keeper. His standout moment came in the 2025 FA Cup final, where he saved a crucial penalty against Manchester City, sealing a famous victory. Henderson's sharp reflexes, leadership at the back, and commanding presence have seen him rise to become one of the Premier League's top goalkeepers. It's a career trajectory many United fans saw coming, just not at their club. 2. Marcus Rashford. Marcus Rashford's decline in form during the 2023-24 season was both alarming and heartbreaking for fans who had seen him blossom from academy prodigy to one of England's brightest stars. Under Ruben Amorim, Rashford's lack of consistency and work rate made him surplus to requirements. The manager's now infamous quote, "I would put goalkeeper coach Jorge Vidal before a player who doesn't give the maximum every day," spoke volumes about Rashford's situation. A January loan move to Aston Villa was seen as a last-chance saloon. But under Unai Emery, Rashford has flourished. With 4 assists in 6 games, he's playing with renewed energy and tactical discipline. The change of scenery, coupled with Emery's structured system, seems to have reignited the fire that once made him one of Europe's most feared wingers. 3. Antony. Antony's time at Old Trafford will be remembered as one of the club's most expensive transfer missteps. Signed for around £82 million in 2022, he struggled with decision-making, productivity, and physicality in the Premier League. But since moving on loan to Real Betis, Antony has looked like a different player. With 4 goal contributions in 6 La Liga games and a goal or assist every 126 minutes, he's showing the flair and confidence that made him a star at Ajax. Manager Amorim, speaking on his improvement, said, "Antony is so much better now in Spain. It's because of a lot of factors, but I guarantee you it's physicality. Spain's less aggressive style of play has allowed Antony the space and freedom he never found in England, and he's seizing the opportunity to revive his career." 4. Scott McTominay. At Manchester United, Scott McTominay was often viewed as a functional, hard-working midfielder, solid but limited. Yet since joining Napoli, he has transformed into a dynamic and versatile force in Serie A. Under the demanding Antonio Conte, McTominay has flourished in various roles, as a trequartista, a mezzala, and even in wide roles when needed. His tactical intelligence, engine, and improved passing range have made him one of the standout players in Italy this season. Conte was full of praise, stating, "Scott is a complete player. He could be a trequartista behind a striker. He could be a mezzala in a 3-man midfield, playing a 2-man midfield, or even wide in a 5-4-1 with license to attack." His evolution at Napoli has sparked conversations about how United may have failed to maximize his potential. 5. Ángel Di María. Ángel Di Maria's time at United was short and frustrating. Signed with great fanfare in 2014, he started brightly, but soon fizzled out amid homesickness, injuries, and a burglary that unsettled his family. But after leaving for PSG, Di María returned to world-class form. Over 7 seasons, he scored 93 goals and provided 119 assists in 295 appearances, helping the French Giants to multiple domestic titles and deep Champions League runs. In hindsight, United's system and instability at the time simply weren't built for a player like Di María. He was a Rolls-Royce in a scrapyard, and he showed his quality once he returned to a more polished environment. 6. Alexis Sanchez. Few transfers at Manchester United were more disappointing than Alexis Sanchez. Once a star at Arsenal, he arrived amid huge expectations but looked unrecognizable at Old Trafford. After a disastrous spell, Sanchez joined Inter Milan on loan for the 2019-20 season. There, he averaged a goal contribution every 99 minutes, compared to once every 198.6 minutes at United. He later admitted, "After the first session at United, I told my agent, can we rip up the contract and go back to Arsenal?" Despite the dramatic quote, his revival at Inter proved there was still magic in his boots. He just needed a better fit. Seven. Fred. Fred was often criticized at United for inconsistent performances and questionable decision-making, but his underlying work rate and energy were never in doubt. Since moving abroad, where he now plays under Jose Mourinho, Fred has settled into a system that suits him better. The Portuguese tactician has placed faith in Fred's box-to-box attributes, and the midfielder has rewarded him with commanding performances in midfield. In the right tactical setup, Fred has become the engine room of the side, proving that he was perhaps misused or underutilized at United. 8. David De Gea. David De Gea's exit from Manchester United in 2023 felt like the end of an era. Once one of the world's best shot stoppers, he had become increasingly error-prone and lacked confidence in the modern sweeper-keeper role. After a full year out of football, many believed he was finished. But De Gea silenced doubters with a stellar 2024-25 campaign at Fiorentina. With 8 clean sheets and a 74.8% save percentage, he has statistically outperformed Andre Onana, United's current number 1. De Gea's career resurrection in Italy has reminded fans of his elite shot-stopping abilities, proving he still has plenty to offer at the top level. 9. Cristiano Ronaldo. Cristiano Ronaldo's second stint at United ended in chaos, controversy, and conflict. His interview with Piers Morgan, the falling out with Erik ten Hag, and a lackluster run of form saw him exit the club under a cloud in late 2022. Yet since joining Al Nassr in Saudi Arabia, Ronaldo has been on a tear. In just over 100 appearances, he has scored 91 goals, inching closer to an unprecedented 1,000 career goals. While the Saudi Pro League may not match European standards, Ronaldo's hunger, fitness, and ability remain undiminished. His departure from Old Trafford didn't signal decline, it was just a new beginning. 10. Romelu Lukaku. Romelu Lukaku's final season at Manchester United yielded just 12 league goals, and many questioned whether he could fulfill his potential at the top level. But his move to Inter Milan was transformative. In his debut season, he scored 34 goals, becoming the focal point of Antonio Conte's title-winning side and one of Serie A's most dominant strikers. Lukaku's hold-up play, finishing, and understanding of space flourished in Italy. He later said he felt more appreciated at Inter, something he rarely felt during his time in Manchester. The success of these players after leaving Manchester United raises an uncomfortable question. Is the club failing its talent? While not every exit story can be blamed solely on United, the pattern is clear. Talented players go in, struggle, leave, and thrive elsewhere. From questionable coaching to misaligned systems and a pressure-filled culture, there seems to be a recurring problem that needs addressing. Until United rebuilds a culture that nurtures its stars instead of suppressing them, more players may find their best form only after walking away from the theater of dreams.